Hi, and welcome to Finding Your Way Through Therapy. I am your host, Steve Bisson. I'm an author and mental health counselor. Are you curious about therapy? Do you feel there is a lot of mystery about therapy? Do you wonder what your therapist is doing and why? The goal of this podcast is to make therapy and psychology accessible to all by using real language and straight-to-the-point discussions. This podcast wants to remind you to take care of your mental health, just like you would your physical health. Therapy should not be intimidating. It should be a great way to better health. I will demystify what happens in counseling, discuss topics related to mental health, and discussions you can have with your therapist. I also want to introduce psychology in everyday life, as I feel most of our lives are enmeshed in psychology. I want to introduce the subtle and not so subtle ways psychology plays a factor in our lives. It will be my own mix of thoughts as well as special guests. So join me on this discovery of therapy and psychology. Hi, and welcome to episode 37 of Finding Your Way Through Therapy. This is a review. I do this every season just so that you can go back to the episodes that you may have missed or you might have found interesting or you missed because of XYZ reasons. And looking forward to talking about that. So episode 27 was about sports and how we can engage clients by talking about sports. And I feel that that is so helpful for so many reasons, but please go to the episode. I talked about sports in episode 9 also, and I talked about music in episode 18, but it is a way to reach individuals. In episode 28, I spoke again to Jay. I speak to Jay, obviously, every season. We're going to do it again next season. And next season, we're also going to have Caitlin, and I'm working on getting another guest to join us at that point. And we talked again about the police, the experience that Caitlin had working with the co-response program, as well as the different stressors that people go through in Caitlin's current job at Westboro Behavioral in Massachusetts. On episode 29, we did speak to Jessica Jameson. We talked about how nutrition and exercise can be a very important part of your mental health. And it was a great conversation. I've known Jessica for a while. It was very helpful. And I thought that she made a lot of excellent points. So I hope you go and listen to that episode because it is definitely beneficial. Episode 30 was about New Year's resolutions and how I don't believe in New Year's resolutions because I don't think that they're helpful. And you should listen to episode 30 if you have any questions about that. Episode 31 was with Robin L. Garrett. She was amazing. Her book is out. Go get it. I 100% endorse that book. And she talked about what can we do as in leadership and how we can work with leadership in order to also make light of mental health and how important it is and how they can work with individuals in a collaborative and supportive way rather than what old leadership used to do. So please go to that one. Episode 32 was a conversation with Pat Rice. Pat is someone I consider a friend. Pat is someone I've known for a while. And certainly we talked about spirit. We talked about Buddhism. We talked about a little bit of near-death experience. But me and Pat are very bad at staying on subject. So what I've decided is go listen to the episode. You will find it so helpful. We talk about books that he's read that he finds really helpful. And we're going to have him back for season 4 because I think we missed half the stuff we truly wanted to talk about. So go listen to episode 32 so that you can enjoy it and tell me what you think so that we can get ready for season 4. Episode 33 was the use of diagnosis on social media, particularly TikTok and Instagram, and how that is detrimental to people. I hope you get a chance to listen to that because I certainly I'm not a diagnoser. I don't like diagnosing, but I hate people who diagnose themselves based upon a TikTok or a Instagram post. So I hope that you take a chance and go listen to that. Episode 34 was Crystal Partney. Crystal, probably most touching story of this season. We've had a lot of touching stories, obviously, this season, but she talked about her sister who committed suicide and how that's influenced her life in general. She was very, very, very personable, very personal about what went through and talked about her new endeavors. So please go listen to that. I think this was probably one of the most deep and meaningful conversation about suicide I've had in a long time. Episode 35 was with Kristen Nazaro. Kristen's someone I've known for such a long time. She joked with me that, she didn't even think about calling me or coming into my first meeting with her a few months ago. And now she absolutely is happy that she did so. And we talked about her endeavors in regards to different things whether it's SEOs or entrepreneurship. And we talked about where she started her career, where she's at now, and not making any predictions about the future. So great conversation there. And then my last episode, which is the one right before this one, was how COVID is just burning out therapists and the struggles that we've been through. It's a very personal one for me. I hope you listen to it because it came from the heart. I was careful about what I said, but obviously it came from the heart. So I do hope you get to listen to that. Episode 38 will be on the most downloaded episode, which is right now by far Pat Rice. That's the conversation I had on episode 32, and it's an amazing conversation. So I hope you tune in for that one, and I will see you at the next episode. Please like, subscribe, or follow this podcast on your favorite platform. A glowing review is always helpful. And as a reminder, this podcast is for information, educational, and entertainment purposes. If you are struggling with a mental health or substance abuse issue, please reach out to a professional counselor or therapist for consultation.